Hey guys, this video is my first video about Abu RAWASH. This was the most northerly of all the Egyptian pyramids. Apparently it was the most beautiful. And we're going to tackle a myth that's in the ancient megalithic community, which is that this pyramid exploded. I don't see any evidence whatsoever that this pyramid exploded. They say it exploded possibly 12,000 years ago. You know, show me the evidence. I mean, this is it from the air. And it's got this huge hole in it. And the prevailing theory is that the Romans destroyed this. They quarried this away for their own projects. And that does make a lot of sense. And even until the 19th century, they say there were 300 camels a day leaving this site with quarried materials. So this is Abu RAWASH. And it was apparently about the size of the Pyramid of Menkaure. This is the Menkaure Pyramid. And of course, it was also called the Pyramid of Djedefre, who was apparently Khufu's son. And here's the thing. If you look at this pyramid, this is basically the Grand Gallery. There is a Grand Gallery right here. And people don't refer to it as the Grand Gallery, but that is what it is. This pyramid, like the Khufu Pyramid, had a Grand Gallery, and it was cut out of the bedrock. This is bedrock going all the way up. So this pyramid was actually built around a mound, an earlier mound, which is quite interesting. It must have been a sacred hill or something. This is just like the Grand Gallery in the Khufu Pyramid, because you have a sort of recess here, which is just fascinating. I'm actually going to bring up a picture of the Grand Gallery just to show you. And you look at this. This is just the same. Look, it's too wide to be a regular passage. This was a type of gallery. If I'm just going to show you a picture here. It is so similar. I mean, you just look at this. Here you have the recess, the internal area, and it's just the same thing here. You have these recessed sides. It would have gone all the way up. This is a second Grand Gallery. I don't think anyone calls it a Grand Gallery. And this would have been just amazing. And it's quite tall. Look, this was cut all the way up. So this was supposed to be a huge passage. It would have had a similar function, I guess, to the Grand Gallery in the Great Pyramid, which was, I think, for lifting rocks or for lifting materials. It was a kind of elevator, and it was a French engineer who proposed this. And you can see where it's been quarried away. People have actually smashed away at this thing. You know, I don't see the evidence that it exploded. If it exploded from the inside, think about all the mass. That mass would not have shifted. It doesn't make any sense. Even if a nuclear weapon went off inside, would it? I don't know. I don't think that mass would have shifted. This was quarried by treasure hunters. They thought there was something amazing inside. And yeah, you look at it again. This is the trench. It would have been a second Grand Gallery. And that's it. You know, then they say the top is missing. And some people think, well, was it never finished? Why did the quarrying people make it so symmetrical? Why didn't they just carve a huge gash in it? It's caused so many problems. These are the diorite stones. So there was hard stone here as well. And look, I want to show you something. Something that proves the Old Kingdom didn't build this, because there's a huge mystery going on. The Old Kingdom had hardly any people, maybe 1 or 2 million people in the whole of Egypt. Trust me, it's not enough people to build the Great Pyramid. There's something going on here. And whenever you say, that's funny, there's something going on here, that means you're about to make a discovery. And there is something funny going on here. Look, I want to show you something. There is rubble here, just rubble, and very primitive types of walls here compared to the rest of it. And what's next to these primitive little walls? That's the Menkaure Pyramid again. Look, they tried to quarry the Menkaure Pyramid. The Arabs tried to quarry it. It didn't work. It's too difficult. Maybe the Romans had superior techniques. I'm not sure. But I want to show you something. That rubble. Look, here it is again. Now, I don't know if the archaeologists rebuilt this. Probably. But if they didn't, and this was actually here, well, here's an Old Kingdom boat pit. Do you see what's going on? It shows that the people who built these walls were more primitive than the people who built this pyramid. And the people who built these walls put the boat pit here. And just for comparison, I want to show you the Khufu boat pit. It's a little bit too close to the pyramid for comfort for me. It looks a bit out of place, and it's just carved out of the bedrock. It's not even its own type of chamber. It's just that they've just cut the bedrock and dropped the boat in. type of longboat, by the way, similar to the Vikings. They could have been mixed up with the Vikings. I'm sure the Vikings would have loved to live in Egypt. Why not? I mean, warm climate, control the population. Beautiful, beautiful. Why not? I've suggested there's similarities. But doesn't this show that the people who put the boats here were not the builders? And the people who put the boats here were Khufu's family. This is unbelievable. This wall here is evidence that Khufu's son Jedefre didn't build the pyramid. And look over here. Look at these weird stones. I don't know what's going on. It's a different culture to this. This is almost like what you find at Pumapunku. Look at these recesses. Look, it's perfectly straight. I don't know if the archaeologists rebuilt this. They do that sometimes. But what's going on? And this pyramid, it's hard to find pictures of it. No one ever visits it because it's a bit, it's not obviously not very dramatic, and people only have a few days in Egypt, a few days holiday. But what's going on? And look over here. This is what you find as well. There's like a mudslide has occurred, and it's actually covered up part of this. And the mudslide looks like it almost extends. I don't know if it would extend over the top of this or not. But this is evidence of some cataclysm or something, or some flooding of the area. And then you have this. I don't know what's going on. Anyway, guys, thanks very much, and I'll see you at the next video. Please thumbs up if you enjoyed. Please sub if you enjoyed. That would be much appreciated. See ya.